Smart talk, bold takes.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Protect your retirement. The Presley Group time, 6 o'clock.
WBRP Baker, Baton Rouge. WTGE HD2, Baton Rouge. Talk 107.3 FM. The information and views expressed on the following program are not necessarily the views of this station and Guarantee Media. Content is for entertainment purposes only.
Ralph Sellers, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep Ram presents the Let's Go Fishing Radio Show with Kevin Ford. Brought to you by Bowie Outfitters, Plaquemines Parish Tourism, the Propane Dealers of Louisiana by Campos Marina, St. Bernard Parish Tourism by Demco, CCA Louisiana, and the
unscientific and dangerous anti-vaxxers that just adds legitimacy to anti-vax positions, damaging both public health and the confidence in vaccines.
The American Academy of Pediatrics blasting the panel, saying it's part of an unprecedented effort to limit access to routine childhood immunizations and sow fear and mistrust in vaccines. ABC has announced that the late-night talk show Jimmy Kimmel Live will be preempted indefinitely. The announcement following criticism from FCC Chairman Brendan Carr over comments Kimmel made on the show after the Charlie Kirk killing. Today, during a House oversight hearing, Democratic Congressman Ro Khanna of California moving to subpoena Carr.
Brendan Carr pressured ABC to cancel Jimmy Kimmel, and Disney cancels Jimmy Kimmel. This canceling from an administration that lectured us about cancel culture.
The Walt Disney Company is the parent company of Disney Entertainment and ABC News. President Trump returning from his visit to the UK. While he was there, he admitted that Russian President Vladimir Putin let him down, in his words, as Russia continues its attacks on Ukraine. And Trump announcing his administration is working to regain control of Afghanistan's Bagram Air Base.
We're going to keep Bagram, the big air base, one of the biggest air bases in the world. We gave it to him for nothing. We're trying to get it back, by the way. Okay, that could be a little breaking news. We're trying to get it back.
U.S. control of Bagram reverted back to the Taliban after the U.S. pulled forces out in 2021. You're listening to ABC News.
Said furnished by Nesmond Taju LLC. Offer not valid in all states or where prohibited by law. Loans are subject to lender approval. See website for details.
Honey, the credit card bill came, and we're maxed out.
Great. Maxed out cards, rent is due, bills are piling up. We just need some extra cash to help us get by.
We should do what my brother did. He went to 27cash.com and got $3,000.
With our bad credit?
27cash.com is different. They're one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with any type of credit get up to $5,000.
I'm sure there's a lot of paperwork.
Nope. My brother said it was fast and easy. He did it right from his phone.
If you have a regular source of income, you can be approved for a loan of up to $5,000 $5,000 in minutes, and your cash can hit your bank account as soon as the next day. Our lenders have millions of dollars to lend regardless of your credit history.
Great news! I went to 27cash.com and we'll have our money as soon as tomorrow.
Wow, that is fast.
If you need extra cash, go to 27cash.com. That's 27cash.com. 27cash.com.
3 Pennsylvania police officers were killed and 2 others wounded after a suspect fired on them as they served a warrant in a domestic violence call. The shooter was killed after a gunfight. York County District Attorney Tim Barker.
The door was open, and upon immediately opening the door, the actor repeatedly fired at the officers with multiple rounds from an AR-15 styled rifle with a suppressor.
Hyundai recalling over 500,000 SUVs.
Over 568,000 2020 to 2025 Hyundai Palisade SUV models are being recalled because a seatbelt buckles might fail to latch properly. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, the defect increases the risk of an injury if the occupant is not actually buckled in but believes that they are seatbelted in. The recall covers buckles in the driver's seat, passenger seat, and second row window seats. Owners might notice a lighter than normal click when fastening their seatbelts. Dealers will replace the seatbelt assemblies for free. Alex Stone, ABC News.
The Federal Trade Commission and a bipartisan group of state attorneys general announced a suit against Ticketmaster and its parent company. They accuse the company of deceiving performers and consumers by advertising lower ticket prices than what consumers must pay. The FTC also claims Ticketmaster allowed brokers to buy tickets in bulk to resale on its platform. Dave Packer, ABC News.
Offer not valid in all states or where prohibited by law. Loans are subject to lender approval. See website for details.
Honey, the credit card bill came, and we're maxed out.
Maxed out cards, rent is due. We just need some extra cash to help us get by.
Maybe we should go to 27cash.com.
With our bad credit,
27cash.com is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with any type of credit get up to $5,000, and cash can hit our bank account as soon as tomorrow.
When you need extra cash, go to 27cash.com. That's 27cash.com. 27cash.com.
Ralph Sellers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram presents the Let's Go Fishing Radio Show with Kevin Ford. Brought to you by Bowie Outfitters, Plaquemines Parish Tourism, the Propane Dealers of Louisiana by Campos Marina, St. Bernard Parish Tourism by Demco, CCA Louisiana and the CCA Star Tournament, Okuma Fishing by Mallard Bay, Paloma Lake, Death Grip Jig Heads, Four Horsemen Courts by Miralure, the Chandelier Islander, Avid Boats, and by the Delta Marina. Now let's get you ready for the weekend in the outdoors with your host, Kevin Ford.
Radio show. I am Kevin Ford, and I'm glad y'all could join us today for the show. On what looks like it's going to be another nice weekend out there. Hot again, but from a weather standpoint and marine forecast standpoint, just really light and variable winds all the way through Sunday on the coast. It's also going to be hot just about anywhere you go this weekend as we look at temperatures on the coast in the upper 80s, but it is going to be dry and sunny all weekend long, which is a very good thing. And we had an opportunity to make a fishing trip offshore earlier this week with Calcutta Gold Fishing Charters out of Venice, Louisiana. It was a really, really good trip, and we caught lots of fish. So we hope that you will take a look at that on our television show coming up here in the next few weeks. And we're going to talk about it, though, in just a minute. We had a great day. Went offshore, 60 miles offshore, and really got on some super fish. And we're going to take our first time out of the evening. Instead of me just talking about it, we're going to get Captain Josh Edwards on, who joined Captain Eric Newberry and myself for the show. So we will start things off with our good buddy, Captain Josh Edwards, next on the Let's Go Fishing Radio Show here on Talk 107.3 in Baton Rouge. What's going on?
Hey, Max.
We're looking good.
Yeah.
Buy your new Chevy the easy way.
Wow.
Ralph Sellers, Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Ram.
Whoa.
Ralph Sellers Chevrolet, Hyundai.
Yep.
Hey, Max here.
Hey, Max.
On road or off?
Wait, what?
We're saving you money.
That's right.
Our goal, sell you your car, truck, or SUV the easy way.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on at Ralph Sellers.
Right here.
Come walk our lot or go online.
Right now.
You're going to love this.
Ralph Sellers.
Plaquemines Parish, just south of New Orleans, is the premier fishing destination in the country. From bass in the Mississippi River Delta to redfish and speckled trout along the coast to yellowfin tuna and more offshore. Come fish North America's richest estuary. Plaquemines Parish boasts the South's best waterfowl hunting and is an ecotourism paradise. World-class marinas, abundant lodging along the banks of the Mississippi River, great restaurants, and the best licensed charter boat captains in the country are why we want you to visit Plaquemines Parish, where it's not just fishing, it's catching. Visit us at plaqueminsparishtourism.com.
Come to Shell Beach and hook a left at the bridge and see my friends at Campo's Marina. They have what you need for your fishing trip and are located in the heart of the best fishing in St. Bernard Parish. And Campo's famous live shrimp come with a guarantee of catching fish or they're going to die trying. Our staff will help get you in and out of the water quickly, and they have lots of parking for your truck and trailer. Fuel, ice, and overnight accommodations are also available. Come to Shell Beach and let the Campo family help you have a fishing trip of a lifetime. Campo's Marina since 1903. Call today at 504-239-6377.
Making memories is what the outdoors is about, and that's our specialty at Saltgrass Lodge in Buras, just 1 hour south of New Orleans. Spend a day with one of our 12 licensed captains catching reds or offshore fishing in the Gulf. Then enjoy some of the best local seafood and Cajun cuisine at our 4-story antebellum-style lodge on the banks of the Mississippi River. Sleep in comfort in one of our luxurious rooms overlooking the river, or relax in our pool and cabanas. Family and corporate packages are available. Book your adventure today at saltgrassoutdoors.com.
Did you hear that? That's the sound of a propane burner starting off another epic tailgate. I'm Miss Louisiana Gabrielle McLeod with some safety messages for your next trip to the ballpark. First, check the tailgating rules at your venue. Most stadiums have strict rules about when, where, and how to tailgate safely. Propane is almost always welcomed outdoors, so make sure your tank is full or bring a spare. For more tips, visit louisianapropane.com.
Talk 107.3 FM.
And we are back on the Let's Go Fishing radio show here on Talk 107.3 in Baton Rouge. And we're glad you have joined us here today. Had a chance on Tuesday to go offshore with Captains Josh Edwards and Eric Newberry of Calcutta Gold Fishing Charters. And Captain Josh is joining us right now. And Josh, I tell you what, we picked a great day to go fishing. It was a little bit breezier than we thought, but maybe 2 to 3 foot waves out there, not bad. And what a day of fishing we had out of Venice, Louisiana, and Plaquemines Parish.
Yes, that's correct.
It was really, really good. And we were talking after we came back in on Tuesday that when you're fishing offshore Venice this time of year, you can kind of do a little bit of everything. And let's talk a little bit about what we did on that day. We went out with the rest of the fleet and caught some hardtails, and then went way offshore for the tuna and worked our way back towards inside.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of typically how we do it. We'll always catch bait first thing in the morning. Then we took a little ride offshore you kind of want to knock those tunas out, give everybody the chance of catching the tunas, and it's kind of your best bet getting out there in the morning. Trying to be the first boat there. I mean, you saw that, and we were there early. It got good, and then kind of as everybody showed up, it was trickling down. So that's kind of an opportunity to make a move after that. And we did the right thing. We went and caught our snappers, caught a couple groupers, a couple AJs, and just kept filling the box up as the day went on.
Yeah, and we did a good job. What was crazy is as we were floating those hardtails out by the drill ship, and it was gorgeous blue water out there. I'm not an expert on offshore fishing, but that's the first time I've ever been out there where the dolphins, and we're not talking about mahi-mahi, we're talking about the flipper dolphins, they'll go out there and actually hit your baits. I mean, they will actually hit your hardtail, and they can shut a bite down just like they can shut a speckled trout bite down, or they can do the same thing offshore.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely our big negative out there. In the blue water, you get these pods of dolphins that are just roaming around, and just like the tunas, right, they're looking for a home. So they'll settle down at that ship, and they're way too smart for us to try to be fishing around. They'll nip that bait off that hook every time. So they usually drive the tunas down because the tunas can't eat anymore, and kind of will shut down a good tuna bite. That's for sure.
Yeah, they will definitely do that. One of the things that was amazing to me, and if you all go out on a trip with these guys, I mean, you'll learn a lot. But you can actually, people will ask, well, where do you fish? And I found that one out. Y'all will look at your sonar, and y'all can see the fish, the tuna, and you're looking for tuna that are like 150 feet deep or shallower. And then that's when you'll throw a little chum with the hardtails over, and then put your 2 free-lined hardtails out. And you say those tuna will actually come up and see that bait from that deep, 150 feet deep.
Absolutely. So those fish are sitting right under that thermocline typically, which is that 150 foot. And those are what we call catchable fish, right? We'll see, if you zoom that sounder out, you'll see them down there at 400 foot, but they're down there cooling off, hanging out. Those fish up on that thermocline and higher are the fish that are eating. So the tunas are always uphill of that drill ship, or up current, I guess I should say. So they're always up current, and that's what we do. We ride around, and it's looking for that right mark at that 150 foot, maybe 1 or 2 of them, and then we put those baits out right on top of their head. We get away from those baits, and typically, or 9 out of 10 times, they'll come up in the wheels, and we'll watch them eat right there.
Yeah, it was. That was a lot of fun because basically when I've done that before, we just kind of. We were sitting over a lump or something in the wintertime, and we've taken the hardtails or whatever bait we were fishing and chummed and just kind of let the bait out and let it float naturally. A lot of times it was just cut bait. It wasn't live hardtail, but this was a different way to catch them. And we were fortunate. We caught 2 of them early on, and then the boats got there, the dolphin took over, and we kind of rode around and found some other fish. And then we went to a spot that I think we were in like 430 feet of water, like a little dome on the bottom down there. And we did really well with the amberjack, grouper, and everything else. And y'all have, for that deep water, y'all have electric reels. And I'm like, oh, wow, this is pretty simple. You're just going to drop it down there. It's going to hit the bottom. The fish is going to get on. You're going to hit a button. There's really no fishing to this. This is, just cranking a fish. Well, the fishing part of it is once that bait hits the bottom and you're that deep, you're feeling you're actually, you put the fishing line on your finger, and from feeling that bite until engaging that reel to reel that fish up, that is a little bit more difficult than it sounds, because I got humbled about 8 times in a row.
So, and that's the whole thing with the electric reels, right? And we talked about it before, is just how fast we do everything. And all that gives us is the advantage of reeling up faster, right? So those hardtails, as you know, if you miss that fish or that bite, you're out of bait again. So you got to come right back up and do it all over again. So the electric reels give us an advantage on that side of it, as well as, of course, with the sharks. A lot of people get tired and they can't hand crank anything past the shark, so that we lose all the fish. So there's a couple advantages to using an electric reel. However, you still got to catch the fish. That's still the challenging part about fishing, right?
Yeah, I mean that is, and I didn't factor that into the equation at all. I mean, I did not factor that into the equation at all. The fun part of a fishing, so look, reeling in a tuna, and we all took turns on the tuna, that's fun, okay? That's something that you need to experience. Need to have a chiropractor or some back medicine or whatever, but that's fun. Hooking a fish in 400 feet of water and not knowing what it is fun.
Yes.
Whether it's an amberjack, a snapper, or a grouper, once you're on the bottom in that deep of water, reeling that fish in is not fun, period. Hooking it is. The electric reel makes it better. And if people don't like it, well, you can sit there and crank and, be crippled for a couple of days. But that's the way to do it, because there is a sport in hooking the fish. And that's what my concern was. And I'm like, oh, yeah, this isn't easy.
Absolutely. And then it's kind of like more cost effective, as the captains and everything, we're paying for the gear on the boat, right?
Right.
So when you go to hand crank everything and the sharks just eat everything 100 foot under the boat, all you're doing is losing tackle and still losing the fish, So it's definitely an advantage for us to use those, just in the sense of beating the sharks. And again, we can fish a little bit faster, put a little more fish in the boat. When you miss them, and then you can just come up real quick, get your baits ready. By the time it's up, you got your baits ready to go, back on the hook, back down to fishing.
And usually when you get in those deeper water spots, I think we caught one or two throwback snapper, maybe. I think it was one or two. But normally when you get in those areas, you're going to get some nicer fish too.
Absolutely, and that's kind of what we target. You know, we like them nice snappers, something. I mean, you saw it, you know, where you double and stuff like that. I mean, that's the goal, is to put a smile on people's faces and catch some nice fish.
Yeah, and we certainly did that. And then y'all were just like excited that we caught a yellow eye snapper, right? Or yellow eye red snapper. Is that what it was?
Yes, sir. Yes,
which we
sir.
don't catch. Which obviously y'all don't catch many of down there. But that was a heck of a catch.
Yeah, that was actually my first one. Seen a couple coming to the marina before, but never put one on the boat before. So anytime you catch an exotic or something that we don't see, that's, you know, as us as captains, that's why we love our job, right? Is to see something cool, catch something we haven't caught. So that was another one knocked off the list for me that day.
Yeah, and you know, something else I didn't think of until after the trip. I can't tell you the last time I fished offshore and we didn't get cut off by a shark or hook 50,000 sharks. Never happened this trip.
That was definitely not the common, right? Typically throughout the day, you know, we're going to get cut off 2 or 3 times by sharks and then hook a couple sharks snapper fishing. Everything kind of just fell in place and we didn't have to mess with them. And that was another great part of the trip.
Yeah. And one of the things that I learned early in this trip was the importance of being lucky in the right spot or getting there first, because we needed 300 hardtail to fish with. And we used every one of them because you'll chum with them when we get out into the tuna and do things like that. But we had an easy time, probably caught 300 in 20 or 30 minutes. And, you know, a lot of the boats, I mean, all of you guys work together, talk to each other on the radio out there. So there's like no secret spot to catch the hardtail. And to me, it was kind of cool. All of y'all, the whole charter fleet kind of pulled up on this one buoy out there, and we happened to get there first, and I think we got the best shot at them. But y'all all work together, because catching bait can be difficult, and it got a little bit difficult. Once we caught ours, other people were struggling. So sometimes the catching the bait thing is harder than catching the fish.
Absolutely. I mean, you can't catch fish without bait. So, I mean, and that's where the networking comes in. You know, it's a big gulf, right? So if you could narrow it down and have multiple different boats looking for bait, then we can kind of all congregate. So we got pretty lucky that we didn't have to go, you know, further offshore and look for bait. You saw by the time we had our 2 tunas, some other boats were still catching some bait, you know. So that worked out really good for us that, you know, we were the first boat there, got our bait, and then got out of there and didn't have to spend any more time catching bait.
Yeah.
But typically and that's why we all work together, is to narrow that gulf down and find that bait, because we all know down here you cannot catch tunas till you have bait.
That's exactly right. And it was it's cool to see everybody working together. If that would have been a bunch of, if that would have been in one of the inshore spots trout fishing, there would have been shots fired and everything else. But everybody just knows how to kind of work that and make it happen the right way. I'll tell you, y'all have a, the boat we fished in, 4 big outboards on that thing. It was comfortable, big cat boat. Tell us a little bit about the charter service and what you guys provide and how people can get in touch with you.
So you can get in touch with us by our phone number on our website. Our website's CalcuttaGoldFishingCharters.com. And we have 2 boats available. We have a 42-foot Razor Cat with quad engines, and then we have a 37 Freeman with quad engines as well. Both boats are very similar. One's a little bigger than the other. The other one has a little better quality electronics and stuff on it. So both boats are really, really nice boats. The price of the trip is $2,200 plus fuel and tip. And it includes a 12-day fishing trip like you saw. I mean, and we're just going to pivot, kind of if you want to do it, we can do it. And then, always take the captain's advice and see what we think's best to fill the box.
Yeah, that makes sense. And, the other thing that, and find out, what you want to do, because like what's coming up now, I mean, for offshore fishing, right now it's the variety type thing, but as we move into the fall and the weather cools off a little bit, what's going to be, how are you going to, what's going to change as far as the fishing goes as the weather cools off?
So that's what here pretty shortly. It's definitely going to be pivoting to all big tunas, right? All big fish in general, I guess. We're going to be chasing big tunas, big swordfish for the next couple months. And then, come December, the swordfish will kind of drop off and we'll keep hammering those big tunas. So that's, everybody wants a big tuna until we hook into a big tuna, right? So that's kind of the thing to keep in mind of the next couple months coming up. Is going to be a little rougher out, but everything's bigger. The seas are bigger, the tunas are bigger, the gear's bigger, the reward's bigger. So there's a lot that plays into it. You know, catching these big fish, it's not easy, but the results can be really rewarding.
They certainly can. And we had a great time with you guys, and we look forward to getting down there again and fishing again soon. And once again, give us a phone number real quick if folks want to get in touch with you.
You can give me a shout at 504-912-5525.
All right, my brother, we appreciate it, and we'll see you again real soon.
All righty. Thank you, Kevin.
All right, we appreciate it. That's Captain Josh Edwards, Calcutta Gold Fishing Charters out of Venice, Louisiana. It was a lot of fun doing that, and you can, and when you go down there, you can bring as many as 6 people on the boat with you, so the charters will have as many as 6 people. We'll take a time out. When we come back, it will be time for Robbie Campo, Campo's Marina in Shell Beach. We'll talk to him next on the Let's Go Fishing radio show here on Talk 107.3 in Baton Rouge.
This is Don Dubuque asking you to join me as a member of the Coastal Conservation Association. For 30 years, CCA has worked in Louisiana to conserve our incredible fisheries, making sure that our fishing is great today and for generations to come. Whether looking out for redfish and specks, eliminating gill nets, building reefs across the coast, or work at the state capitol and in D.C., CCA is doing what's best for the fish and the sport we love so much. Your $30 membership will ensure that this work and our great fishing endures well into the future. Go to ccalouisiana.com and join CCA today.
Camp Connex, located in Shell Beach, provides luxurious accommodations, mere steps from the water's edge. The lodge boasts a fully equipped kitchen, 3 cozy bedrooms, a spacious living area, and an outdoor area with reliable Wi-Fi. Unwind on our inviting deck, where you can grill or boil your fresh catch in the outdoor cooking space. For boat owners, Camp Connex offers a nearby boat slip just a short walk from the lodge. Whether you're planning a family weekend escape or a corporate retreat, we warmly welcome both groups. Situated within view of Campo's Marina, the lodge is perfectly positioned near some of Louisiana's finest inshore saltwater fishing. To learn more, check out campconnex.com. That's CONEX.com.
Delta Marina in Empire is back and better than ever. We have everything you need for your next fishing trip. The cabins have been completely renovated, and you can keep your boat on the water at night. The store is stocked with fishing tackle, drinks, beer, ice, and snacks, and live shrimp are available daily. Delta Marina has on-the-water gas and diesel and features a double-wide back-down and plenty of parking for your truck and trailer. And if you're hosting an event, Delta Marina has a covered pavilion for entertainment. Like us on Facebook or call 504-657-5116.
Joe's Bakery Baton Rouge is a family-owned micro bakery that specializes in cupcakes, pies, and specialty items including vanilla cheesecake, brownies, and their signature pecan pie bars. Joe's Bakery strives to bring you the best from scratch homemade desserts made with family recipes and quality ingredients. From birthdays to holidays, corporate events to just having a sweet tooth, Joe's Bakery can satisfy all your bakery needs. To see their full line of menu items and to place an order, visit joesbakerybr.com, where they're spreading happiness one bite at a time.
Talk 107.3 FM.
And welcome back to the Let's Go Fishing radio show here on Talk 107.3 in Baton Rouge. And Robbie Campo joining us now from Campo's Marina in Shell Beach. Robbie, how are you doing, buddy?
Kevin, doing wonderful, and you?
I am doing fantastic. My friend. Getting ready to maybe go pick up some shrimp tomorrow in the morning and, living the dream. Just like when I grow up, Robbie, I've always said when I grow up, the one thing I want to be is just like you.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to see you in studio this week. So that's
no,
a plus.
It's a plus. I mean, I'm usually on the road. So
I know. You're a very busy guy.
But, I think that.
So let's get into this, man.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. This week here, man, was kind of Kevin, I don't know what it is about, this beginning of September thing, but it seems like every year it's kind of the same thing that goes on. For most of the people that go out and fish, a third to half of them catch. The most of the guys, they just pick out a few. It's been a lot of mixed boxes down here, here in Shell Beach area. A lot of white trout over in that Christmas Camp Lake area, fishing over those oyster reefs. Speckled trout fishing was okay. It's just not that great. Red fishing has been better in the inside waters. I had plenty of friends of mine, who are guides. That's what they've done. They've been fishing redfish for the most part from the top of the Biloxi Marsh all the way down to Bay Lafourche, going towards the river on both sides of the Mystico, north and south. So redfish are doing good. It's just that trout bite in the inside, and I get asked this every day. When is the transition? I said, people, you're in dead smack in the middle of it right now. You don't even know it, but you're in the middle of it. Now, what we're going to need is some water temperatures to cool off, and we talked about this last week. We need water temperatures to cool down, Kevin, because fish don't know a calendar. They don't know if it's October. They don't know if it's September. They just know when season, when the water cools down, they know changes. There's plenty of bait that's still in the inside marshes here. What I did see though was those 12 and 7/8 inch fish that was just barely undersized have made that push to that 13 and an eighth. Now the fish that's 12 and a half is still that 12 and 7/8. It's getting close. And there's a ton of them in the inside. There's tons of them, just not keepable trout yet. I think we're going to see we have better days to come within the next couple of weeks. I think it's just going to take a couple of weeks before the fish fully make this transition from the outside back to the inside waters. But again, Kevin, there's plenty of black drums on the long rocks. That's been like cookie cutters, like 17, 18 inches long. So I know I don't sound like I'm encouraging people to go fishing, but I am. But you're going to go out there and you're not just going to go catch. Fishing's not as easy as it is in May to go out there and catch a box of trout over at the long rocks. So you got to work. You have to really work for speckled trout at this time of the year, and you're still fishing that edges of Bay Elwha. Some boats are going to their islands when they could get there. In that Bay Elwha area, going towards Comfort Island. My son caught some trout there this past week. So but I do think, Kevin, when the river's coming down, like it's coming down now, I think it's like 3.8 at Carrollton Gauge. Fish are going to move to the west.
Yeah, I think they. Whoop! Can you hear me?
Oh, you.
Yeah, I went away for a
second. We got a commercial playing, Kevin.
Oh, we got a commercial. Yeah, I don't hear the commercial. Okay, you better?
I hear it.
All right, I don't hear the commercial playing.
I can hear it, but it's off now.
Okay.
But anyway, I think that as the river comes down, these fish are going to make a westerly push, and they're going to start catching fish in that Black Bay area going towards Stone Island and Iron Banks. That should be coming up here within the next week and a half, 2 weeks. According to past calendar dates, that's how it always works. The fish always get caught, start showing up that way around Stone Island or going toward Iron Banks.
Right, and that's coming up. But yeah, I can tell you that the water has been, the water is beautiful. In the Mississippi River itself, it's things have really started to get good. So that is really going to be a good thing. But like you said, Robbie, I mean, we've got to get some. I mean, it's hot out there, so we've got to get some cooler water temperatures, and that's the thing that I think people are going to have to look for.
Yeah, and Kevin, we're still dealing with 90-degree days here, and it's just water temperatures still up pretty good. But hey, look, on the flip side of that, our bait tanks are full. So if you're coming down fishing this weekend, we'd love to have you at Camp Lewis Marina. So all you got to do is hook the left at the drawbridge and drive on down, and we'll, me and my staff will get you in the water and get you going and try to point you in the right direction.
Robbie, you always do a really good job at doing that.
Well, we try to, Kevin. I mean, that's what we do, man. 122 years of this. So you think your people teach you something and how to get good at it.
You know, it was dark one day when I was down there, and I said, Robbie, I need you to point me in the right direction. And you pointed that direction, and I walked right off the damn pier into the water.
Well,
I mean, with friends like you, who needs enemies, right? I mean, that's kind of how I look at it. Yeah, that's kind of how I look at it. But yeah, I think if people come down and go fishing right now, they're going to do just fine. They just need to be patient. They just need to know that it's going to get really, really better really soon. But let's stop looking at the calendar and let's just look at the water temperatures, nighttime temperatures, and all of that. And that's when we're going to know it's going to get good.
Absolutely. So, again, like I said, I think you can still come down there. You can still put a good mixed box together. Catching redfish. And redfishing has been really good, Kevin, real close to the marina. It's not, they're catching redfish right in the midst of go there. So, I still think that you could put some fish in a box. But, when people come down there to go fishing, most people want to go catch speckled trout. When God gives you lemons, you make lemonade. So that's what we're doing right now. We're just going to make lemonade until we get some cooler weather. And look, man, we got better days to come. We're going to be catching fish. I think we're going to have an exciting fall. We're going to be catching fish right outside of Camp Lewis Marina in the midst of Go. And I think that, all we got to do is get a little cool down.
All right, buddy. That sounds good. Give us the number to call.
You can call us at area code 504-239-6377, or you can call us at area code 504-239-5165.
All right, brother. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir. Talk to you later, Kevin. Bye-bye.
All right, we'll be back with much more of the show, so stay with us. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Let's Go Fishing radio show here on Talk 107.3 in Baton Rouge.
Hey, Max.
We're looking good.
Yeah.
Buy your new Chevy the easy way.
Wow.
Ralph Sellers, Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Ram.
Whoa.
Ralph Sellers Chevrolet, Hyundai.
Yep.
Hey, Max here.
Hey, Max.
On road or off?
Wait, what?
We're saving you money.
That's right.
Our goal, sell you your car, truck, or SUV the easy way.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on at Ralph Sellers.
Right here.
Come walk our lot or go online.
Right now.
You're going to love this.
Ralph Sellers.
Just minutes from the Crescent City, St. Bernard is New Orleans' most historic neighbor. Savor our southern flair for cooking, from the freshest catch of the day to Louisiana's spicy Creole favorites. Experience our abundant fishing with some of the nation's most generous catch limits. In St. Bernard, you can stroll the fields of the Battle of New Orleans and relive the historic conflict. And there's always a party where festivals celebrate our unique spirit and culture. Discover St. Bernard and let history be your guide.
Joe's Bakery Baton Rouge is a family-owned micro-bakery that specializes in cupcakes, pies, and specialty items including vanilla cheesecake, brownies, and their signature pecan pie bars. Joe's Bakery strives to bring you the best from scratch, homemade desserts made with family recipes and quality ingredients. From birthdays to holidays, corporate events to just having a sweet tooth, Joe's Bakery can satisfy all your bakery needs. To see their full line of menu items and to place an order, visit joesbakerybr.com, where they're spreading happiness one bite at a time.
Making memories is what the outdoors is about, and that's our specialty at Saltgrass Lodge in Buras, just 1 hour south of New Orleans. Spend a day with one of our 12 licensed captains catching reds or offshore fishing in the Gulf. Then enjoy some of the best local seafood and Cajun cuisine at our 4-story antebellum-style lodge on the banks of the Mississippi River. Sleep in comfort in one of our luxurious rooms overlooking the river, or relax in our pool and cabanas. Family and corporate packages are available. Book your adventure today at saltgrassoutdoors.com.
Talk 107.3 FM.
And we're back on the Let's Go Fishing radio show here on Talk 107.3 in Baton Rouge. A couple of housekeeping items here for you. We're going to start having a lot more new TV shows coming up on Pursuit Channel. Also, we're moving to WGMB Fox 44 in Baton Rouge. And we are doing a new news segment. They call it Go Fish on the news segment on WGMB's 9 p.m. newscast. And you can check that out. It's probably in the middle of the newscast every 9 p.m. on WGMB Fox 44 in Baton Rouge on Thursday nights. And also we are putting the radio show. We're on Facebook Live right now, but we're also streaming it on our Let's Go Fishing TV YouTube page as well. So you can look at it on Facebook, and you can also look at it on YouTube. So a lot more digital things that we're going to be doing here, and just wanted to keep everybody posted on that as we move forward in this wonderful new digital age as I grow old and try to learn all this stuff. But we're going to take a time out here and come back, and we'll spend some time talking to our good buddy, Captain Travis Miller, Miller Time Fishing Charters, and find out what's going on down in Dularge. Next, here on the Let's Go Fishing radio show.
This is Don Dubuque asking you to join me as a member of the Coastal Conservation Association. For 30 years, CCA has worked in Louisiana to conserve our incredible fisheries, making sure that our fishing is great today and for generations to come. Whether looking out for redfish and specks, eliminating gill nets, building reefs across the coast, or work at the state capitol and in D.C., CCA is doing what's best for the fish and the sport we love so much. Your $30 membership will ensure that this work and our great fishing endures well into the future. Go to ccalouisiana.com and join CCA today.
Plaquemines Parish, just south of New Orleans, is the premier fishing destination in the country. From bass in the Mississippi River Delta to redfish and speckled trout along the coast to yellowfin tuna and more offshore. Come fish North America's richest estuary. Plaquemines Parish boasts the South's best waterfowl hunting and is an ecotourism paradise. World-class marinas, abundant lodging along the banks of the Mississippi River, great restaurants, and the best licensed charter boat captains in the country are why we want you to visit Plaquemines Parish, where it's not just fishing, it's catching. Visit us at plaqueminsparishtourism.com.
Camp Connex, located in Shell Beach, provides luxurious accommodations, mere steps from the water's edge. The lodge boasts a fully equipped kitchen, 3 cozy bedrooms, a spacious living area, and an outdoor area with reliable Wi-Fi. Unwind on our inviting deck, where you can grill or boil your fresh catch in the outdoor cooking space. For boat owners, Camp Connex offers a nearby boat slip just a short walk from the lodge. Whether you're planning a family weekend escape or a corporate retreat, we warmly welcome both groups. Situated within view of Campo's Marina, the lodge is perfectly positioned near some of Louisiana's finest inshore saltwater fishing. To learn more, check out campconnex.com. That's CONEX.com.
Did you hear that? That's the sound of a propane burner starting off another epic tailgate. I'm Miss Louisiana Gabrielle McLeod with some safety messages for your next trip to the ballpark. First, check the tailgating rules at your venue. Most stadiums have strict rules about when, where, and how to tailgate safely. Propane is almost always welcomed outdoors, so make sure your tank is full or bring a spare. For more tips, visit louisianapropane.com.
Talk 107.3 FM.
And we are back on the Let's Go Fishing radio show here on Talk 107.3 in Baton Rouge. And Travis Miller, Miller Time Fishing Charters, joining us now. T. Miller, how are you, buddy?
What's up, bud?
No, I'm just living the dream, my friend. How about you?
Yeah, I'm trying, man. Doing the fishing thing. It's been, I would say, it's weird. It depends on how you judge things. So our speckled trout bite's been pretty much non-existent in terms of keepers. There's, catch a couple, but yeah, you definitely they're somewhere. They'll pop up somewhere, but right now we're not catching many keepers. You can catch throwbacks, but the keepers have been real tough to find, and a lot of us have been supplementing with the white trout. A lot of our guys that fish with us don't mind that at all, and they actually, a lot of them love them, so it works out great for us. So we've been kind of doing that. Those have been pretty easy to find. So like I said, it just kind of depends on how you think of fishing. A lot of our people just like to get out and come down and catch fish. I can't say I got a lot of bougie guys that, have to have speckled trout, or so it kind of works out right now. And really the only thing I can think of, it could be a couple of things. It could be partly the freeze that we had, but also full transition. We haven't had any, thank God, no major storms, which sometimes bad for everything except for fishing. A lot of the times that kind of kicks off our trout bite and kind of flushes the shrimp out into the lakes and kind of gets them going. But I'll take the no storm thing for a little while and just wait for the cold fronts to come.
Yeah, I will take that as well. And yeah, that's the thing. It's, watching the calendar is not as good as watching the water temperature, because that's what's going to ultimately, that's what's going to make or break it.
Right, right. And I mean, it's been good. I mean, what we've been doing, the first thing is we've been targeting trout, go after them, and then after we got a box full, mainly white trout, like I said, we've been kind of picking off either puppy drum or bull reds. They haven't caught a bunch of slot reds lately. The crab thing's kind of pittering out, but I might be a little different than a lot of people, but I treat puppy drum just the same as I do redfish. I put a lot of those on the half shell, and I honestly can't tell the difference when I'm eating them. So I treat them the same way. So if someone's looking for a slot red, sometimes it's easier to just go pound out a few puppy drum rather than bang your head up in the marsh trying to find a slot red for them. But if you're looking for slot red, you kind of got to start turning your attention to the banks, hitting the points, the cuts, and the ponds with shrimp under a cork, and work it that way rather than, like so many times we do the crab in the deeper holes. But a lot of those guys have basically just become mainly just big bull reds now.
Yeah, it's those big bull, yeah, and they're fun to catch, but like you said, if you're looking for meat, that's not what you're looking to do. Are you seeing a lot of white shrimp on the inside right now?
No, not at all, actually. Very, very few. And no birds. I mean, they're flying around, but they're not really diving. They're following the crabbers and shrimper types, coming in. And so, yeah, we haven't really got a flush of shrimp coming through. So we're kind of on wait and see mode. I get a lot of ag guys right this time of year. That's kind of like the only time they can come because they're just busy with farmers and stuff. So they're a real simple group of people that just enjoy getting out, drinking beers, and catching fish. And like I had a couple guys today that never caught a bull red, so catch some specks, a couple specks, a lot of white trout, go catch some bull reds, and then we're at the dock. And I kind of feel like that's probably going to be the routine for, I would think, at least the next, probably 2 weeks or so, unless something different. But it might even go into the middle of October. We've had years like that too. So give or take, but yeah, if you're looking for speckled trout right now, I'd almost say good luck.
Now you'll probably catch them, right? You just won't catch, you won't catch any keepers. Or are you just having a hard time catching the tiny ones too?
Well, no, I mean, you could go find the smaller ones, for sure, if you want to go after them a little bit more. But I don't know. I really hate ripping the lips out of, 11-inch trout. So if I know I can find keepers by doing it, then I will. But I just pretty much try not doing that. So like I said, I've been targeting more white trout. I've been just telling my people, look, we're gonna catch a handful of keeper specks. We might catch 50 to 100 white trout, and then we'll go bang out a few puppy drum or a couple bull reds, and that's kind of been the name of the game. Yeah, it is. It's typical for this time of the year. What's the water quality like down there right now? It's been pretty decent. It's not super clean. It's fairly salty. We haven't had a lot of rain, so I think that's why those white trout have been a little bit thicker too. Is when we get saltier water, they just seem to they come in and stay in. So you pretty much can fish the coast to the lakes. Anywhere you would normally catch your speckled trout, you're probably going to find, your white trout. They're kind of they take over, and then what'll happen is hopefully we'll see shrimp. That will definitely, have them trout pop up. But a lot of times you go from catching 5 specks a day to 15, 20, and then next thing you know, it's full throttle on those trout. Yep. So it's gonna be coming, and I think it's gonna be a good year. And the best thing about it, T. Miller, is if we can still keep these storms away, everything in the tropics is kind of
kind of petered out as it's developed. So that is that's the best news we've had. And when these cool fronts start coming, I think it's going to be just like a light switch. One day you're going to go out there and catch a bunch of peanuts, and the next day it's going to be, oh my gosh, look at all the fish we just caught.
Yep, that's it. And look, we've had a tough year last year with that storm, so I'll take it any day of the week. And like I said, we're catching a lot of fish. Our people are happy as could be. So, I know for sure whenever I go out right now, we're going to catch a lot of fish. It tends to be an easier day, and if we got to sit back for a month to catch our speckled trout, it is what it is. I ain't worried about that.
Yep, just got to be patient, and things are going to start happening really, really good. Well, if folks want to get in touch with you and book a trip, how can we find you, my friend?
Yep, give me a holler at 985-981-6434 or on the web, miller-timefishingcharters.com.
All right, T. Miller, have a great weekend, my friend, and we'll talk to you in a couple of weeks.
All right, thanks, brother. We'll see
All right,
you.
appreciate it. That is our good buddy, Captain Travis Miller, Miller Time Fishing Charters. We'll come back with our freshwater report with David Cavell next on the Let's Go Fishing radio show here on Talk 107.3 in Baton Rouge.
Joe's Bakery Baton Rouge is a family-owned micro-bakery that specializes in cupcakes, pies, and specialty items including vanilla cheesecake, brownies, and their signature pecan pie bars. Joe's Bakery strives to bring you the best from scratch, homemade desserts made with family recipes and quality ingredients. From birthdays to holidays, corporate events to just having a sweet tooth, Joe's Bakery can satisfy all your bakery needs. To see their full line of menu items and to place an order, visit joesbakerybr.com, where they're spreading happiness one bite at a time.
Hey, Max.
We're looking good.
Yeah.
Buy your new Chevy the easy way.
Wow.
Ralph Sellers, Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Ram.
Whoa.
Ralph Sellers Chevrolet, Hyundai.
Yep.
Hey, Max here.
Hey, Max.
On road or off?
Wait, what?
We're saving you money.
That's right.
Our goal, sell you your car, truck, or SUV the easy way.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on at Ralph Sellers.
Right here.
Come walk our lot or go online.
Right now.
You're going to love this.
Ralph Sellers.
Come to Shell Beach and hook a left at the bridge and see my friends at Campos Marina. They have what you need for your fishing trip and are located in the heart of the best fishing in St. Bernard Parish. And Campos' famous live shrimp come with a guarantee of catching fish or they're going to die trying. Our staff will help get you in and out of the water quickly, and they have lots of parking for your truck and trailer. Fuel, ice, and overnight accommodations are also available. Come to Shell Beach and let the Campo family help you have a fishing trip of a lifetime. Campos Marina since 1903. Call today at 504-239-6377.
Just minutes from the Crescent City, St. Bernard is New Orleans' most historic neighbor. Savor our southern flair for cooking, from the freshest catch of the day to Louisiana's spicy Creole favorites. Experience our abundant fishing with some of the nation's most generous catch limits. In St. Bernard, you can stroll the fields of the Battle of New Orleans and relive the historic conflict. And there's always a party where festivals celebrate our unique spirit and culture. Discover St. Bernard and let history be your guide.
Talk 107.3 FM.
And we are back on the Let's Go Fishing radio show here on Talk 107.3 in Baton Rouge. Of course, Dave Cavell is supposed to be calling us back here in a minute, and hopefully he will with our freshwater fishing report. He knows he's supposed to be on the show tonight. My guess is Dave is setting up for his tailgate or something like that, and but we will hope to get him on here pretty soon. Again, if you are planning on going fishing this weekend, I can tell you that the weather is going to be extremely hot, and besides it being hot, it is going to be calm though. So that is going to be that's going to be the best thing about it this weekend. You are not going to have any really rough weather. Going back down to we fished offshore. We did fish offshore in Venice this past week, and as we're talking about with Travis and talking about with everybody else, we're always looking at what's going on as far as the fish moving inside, the river being green and everything. Well, the Mississippi River is clean down in the Venice area right now. So that is that's a really good thing. The water is falling during the day. So as the water falls during the day, that has been good as well. So what's been happening down there as far as the fishing, there you may hear a report of people catching one or two fish on the inside, and they are, but you can, as far as speckled trout, but what you can do is you can fish right now all of the cuts, anywhere that you can see where you get the cuts, you're going to be able to fish those for flounder. And they are catching a lot of flounder right now. Tiger Pass, Main Pass, all of the main passes down there, any cuts in the canes that are coming out with a fallen tide, there are, it's worth it right now with the flounder bite. It has been really, really good. But there have been a lot of small fish as well. So if you go down there, you are going to catch some really small ones, but there are some nice flounder, and you just want to fish the cuts with the falling tide, and you will do okay with that. As far as the redfish go, they are spread out. They're pretty much kind of everywhere, which means you are going to catch fish, one or two fish in each spot. I mean, that's going to kind of be how it works right now. And unfortunately, you're not going to probably just bust them up in one spot. So you are going to have to move around a little bit. And if you do that, you are going to do real, real well as far as catching fish and a nice box of fish. And one of the things you can do if you don't want to go far and if you want to catch redfish, stripers, and a few flounder as well, you can just get out of whether Cypress Cove or Venice Marina, essentially just cross the river, get on that east bank where the big tree is, and work your way south, and you'll be able to catch fish doing that. So that is a real good area to fish right now in the Venice area doing that. Speckled trout actually are biting right now on the outside. Everybody that's fishing the Venice area is still going out fishing the rigs, fishing Breton Sound and those areas. So that's where the trout are over there. They are more towards the outside. I had a chance to also talk to or text with Chaz Champagne a little bit earlier today, and he has said that fishing has kind of been really tough as far as the speckled trout go for him this week, but he did say that he is on a very good white trout bite, and that is where they have the dredge holes in Lake Pontchartrain. So I guess you got to go use your fish finder and kind of find where they have those holes and indentations in there, and that's where they've been catching white trout. And he sent me some pictures of those white trout, and they're like really, really nice sized white trout. So that's another thing that you can do. Lake Barn has held some fish as well on the inside there. Those places have been good. As you move, I'm just kind of thinking about some of the places that other people have been fishing and talking about here recently. Empire area, they have not started seeing a lot of trout on the inside there, whether you're fishing out of Empire going east or going west. The speckled trout bite has, there's been a few on the west side, the east side. Most of the charter captains, they're catching speckled trout, limits of redfish on the east side of the river. So that has been good over there. And I'm talking about the guys fishing out of Buras and those areas. That's where they've been catching fish. But I would imagine that you're going to start seeing some really good things happening very, very soon in Lake Pontchartrain, in the Myrtle Grove area. As those fish we get a cold front or two, we're going to start seeing those fish start to move in, and it's going to be on. And like Robbie Campo was talking about as well, you'll be able to catch speckled trout right there in Lake Barn, right by the fort. All of that stuff is just around the corner. What we need to do is just watch the weather. And as we watch, as I look at the weather forecast and look at the forecast, and that's kind of what I'm looking at more than anything, I'm looking at the coast. So like in Point Lahash, the coldest morning we're going to have is 71. Now, over the next several days, the highest temperature on the coast is going to be 86 degrees with lows in the upper 70s. So that's going to start getting, I would imagine that water temperature over the next week is going to drop another 2 degrees in a lot of these areas. So that's going to be good. So I think we're going to continue to see that. And then obviously we'll get a 3 or 4 degree drop as we get closer and closer to getting these fronts moved through. Again, if you joined us late this evening, we are now doing a news report on WGMB Fox 44, and that will be on the Thursday night news, and that's going to be here in Baton Rouge. You can catch that each and every Thursday evening in the WGMB Fox 44 9 o'clock newscast, and we invite you to join us for that. Also, TV show moving to WGMB Fox 44. We've got some new shows that we've shot. They're going to be coming out real soon. They'll also be airing on Cox and on the Pursuit channel nationally. This radio show now is not only going to be on Facebook, but we are putting it on our Let's Go Fishing with Kevin Ford YouTube channel as well. So lots of things going on and lots of things happening as we move into the fall of the year. And we're excited about everything. Keeping these storms away from us looks like that's still continuing to happen, as nothing is imminent coming our way in the tropical Atlantic or in the Gulf of Mexico. We still got, probably 3 or 4 weeks to be nervous about, but so far so good. And we'll get these cooler temperatures coming in. And with the water quality the way it is, it's going to be really, really a good fall of fishing right now. And I am certainly looking forward to it, and looking forward to y'all being with us as well as we wrap things up for today. Again, fishing this weekend, it's going to be hot, and the winds are going to be variable. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, very light winds. So whatever you decide to do, you're not going to be dealing with a lot of wind, and the chance of rain, even on the coast, is near zero this week. So it should be a great weekend to get out there for everyone. And we are glad you joined us for the show tonight. And we invite you to join us again next Thursday from 6:05 till 7 p.m. for another edition of the Let's Go Fishing radio show right here on Talk 107.3 in Baton Rouge. We hope everybody has a great weekend, and be careful out there. And we're going to get ready for a great fall and have a lot of great things in store for all of y'all. And we really, really appreciate everyone's support, and looking forward to some great things that we're going to be sharing with you here over the next 2 or 3 radio shows. So y'all have a good one. Enjoy things. If you're going to the football game, be careful, and we will see you next week right here. Talk 107.3 in Baton Rouge. God bless, and so long, everyone.
Protect your retirement. The Presley Group time, 7 o'clock.
WBRP Baker, Baton Rouge. WTGE HD2, Baton Rouge. Talk 107.3 FM.
Brandon Holly here. Siding, windows, even doors. ReliefWindows.com.
WBRP Baker, Baton Rouge. WTGE HD2.